Hello, hello, hello. I'm Teresa with Teresa Rene Art, and I'm the owner of Decoupage Queen, and I'm so excited to be sharing the winter novelties with you today. I'm going to give it a minute to let some people pop on, but let me know when you're here. Make sure to say hello. Hope you can see me and hear me okay. I am based out of Atlanta, Georgia in the United States. I hope we have a really good crowd today because we've got some amazing things to show you. Hi, Patricia. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. You guys, I cannot wait to show you everything. Yeah, ready. Cindy's ready. Jill's ready. Hi, Roja. Hi, Kathy. Hello, hello, hello. My daughter is actually homesick today, so she is going to be my assistant. I was a little bit nervous about how I was going to get all my stencils and things clean, but she's here, so she's agreed to help me. Hello, Orsi. Hello, Patricia from Peru. Oh, my goodness. What a great group so far. Hello, Ronnie. Ildiko, hello. And I apologize if I'm not saying your names correctly. Let's see, who else do we have? Yeah, make sure to say hello and let me know where you're from. We're broadcasting from Atlanta, Georgia, USA, and I have all the new stuff right here on my desk. I can't wait to show you. I've done some samples. We are actually going to also do one, maybe two projects, depending on how much time we have. Hi, Sue. Thank you, guys. Yeah, and make sure to spread the word, invite your friends. Everyone needs to see all of this amazing stuff that Pentart brought in. I mean, you guys, there is so much good stuff here. I was just, I mean, I knew about a couple of things because there are some things that I had asked for. So I did kind of know about a couple of things, but then when they shared the whole winter offering with me, I was absolutely blown away. I think you're going to be as well. I'm so honored that they asked me to give the first look. They did share some of the products this morning, so keep an eye over here on the page all day long, all week long actually. So tomorrow we're going to have another reveal in Hungarian, and then on Thursday, Jill Humphrey is going to be back here live again in English. So you guys, we've given it a minute, 3 minutes to be exact. Let's turn the camera down. Let's just kind of run through. There's a lot to cover. So and I'm sure it's fine if I go over today of all days, right? There's a lot to cover. So I want to dive right in and show you what I have. Here's my desk here. And I'm going to make this screen just a little bit bigger so you can see, push some of this stuff out of the way. I have it sort of organized here because there are several different groupings, you guys. So what to start with? I think the first thing we need to start with are these. So we had pigment powders with the Pigment Fix last time around. And what they have done is they have added two new colors. These are metal pigments that actually have metal in them. So we have a champagne color and we have a rose gold. And these are going to work with the Pigment Fix product. This isn't a new product, but we do have two brand new colors, rose gold and champagne. And they are just absolutely gorgeous. Yes, 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 yes. So 2 new colors in the lineup. I think I'm going to be using rose gold today. All right, next we have Deluxe Paste. Deluxe Paste is one of my all-time favorite Pentart products. I love all the mica content, the glittery. I love how thick it is, and I love that you can actually paint with it too. So we've got 3 new colors of Deluxe Paste. We have gold. So before we just had champagne. Now we've added a true gold. It's absolutely gorgeous. And we have Bordeaux gold, which is a beautiful, beautiful dark red, perfect for Christmas color. Just so gorgeous. And then we have black gold. So this is black with a little bit of, there's a little bit of gold mica in there as well. So we haven't had a black like stencil type or thick paste before. So as far as I know, so this is just going to be one that I'm probably going to use. I'm actually going to use all 3 of these a lot. So those are adding to the Deluxe Paste lineup. Next up, so if you remember Ice Crystal Paste, well, they've taken the Ice Crystal Paste a little bit further, and now we have crystal paste in 4 different colors. So first up we have silver. Linda, there probably will be. I have to go peek at our resources and see, but I'm sure we will have some awesome things. We have green crystal paste. Think Christmas trees and holly. We have red crystal paste. It actually looks a little magenta in the bottle, but when it dries, it does turn a deep red. So don't be fooled by the color. It looks a little pinkish. Don't be fooled by that because it does dry red. Next up, we have this one, which I cannot get enough of. This is our gold crystal paste. Look at all that sparkle and shimmer. So 4 colors of crystal paste, very similar in texture to the ice crystal paste, but very glittery and perfect for Christmas. I do have some demos, so I will be showing you some examples of how these go on as well. Okay, so next up we have, you may recall, our antiquing gels. Next up we have shimmer glaze, which reminds me a lot of antiquing gels. The consistency is very similar to antiquing gel. They go on and white back like antiquing gel, but they have shimmer in them. So this one is pearl. I think this is called pearl white. Yes, pearl white. So look how creamy and just beautiful that one is. So these are sized. Of course, you can use them for mixed media and small products, but we've also sized these so that you can use them for furniture pieces as well. So amazing. Okay, so this one is gold shimmer glaze. Look how gorgeous and creamy that is. So it does go on. And you can wipe it back, or you can keep building it up to make the color a little bit deeper. It reminds me a little bit of like the sparkling gel. If you've used those before, it feels similar to the sparkling gel. Next up, yes, so much stuff for Christmas, you guys. I hope you haven't gotten too far along on your Christmas crafting, because you definitely are going to need some of these, and it's going to take you in a whole different direction. I know, like, my head completely started spinning when I got my hands on these. So silver shimmer glaze as well. So we've got 3 colors in the shimmer glaze, gold, silver, and pearl white. Okay. Last but certainly not least, this is a brand new product. I haven't seen Pentart do anything like this before, and I didn't understand until I got it on really why we needed this. And then I got them on my pieces and I was like, oh, okay, now I know why we need this. So we have, these are called glaze pastes. And the glaze pastes there's 10 of them. And these are very, very highly glossy when they dry, extremely glossy. And so you put them through a stencil or you can layer them on something really thick. We do have some colors that are kind of plain, and then we have some that are iridescent. So let me run through these with you, and then I will go through we've got 4 iridescent colors, and I'll talk about the difference between these in just a minute. So first up, we have rose gold. Okay, here, this is going to be your rose gold, how that goes on right here. Rose gold, and let me just open these, you guys, so you can see. Gorgeous, gorgeous color, very pearlescent. The gold paste, when you look at it in the jar, I just want to say, again, do not be deceived by the way these look in the jar, because once they go on, it's a completely different story. So this is the gold glaze paste. Look at that right here. So gold glaze paste. I'm going to show you that again. Extremely glossy, almost like an enamel. Very beautiful finish. Red glaze paste. I'll show you some examples of those in a minute. Emerald. Okay, so this one in the jar, it looks a little bit teal, but when it dries, it is a like almost a pine green, emerald green, like more like the color that's on the background here. In fact, here it is. That's the glaze, the emerald green glaze paste. I felt like on some of them I needed to show how they dry because the jar is not telling the story here. Silver glaze paste and pearl white glaze paste. So you have 3 kind of Christmassy colors, and then we have some iridescent colors. So if you recall the chrome powders, you're going to find some colors that are reminiscent of those chrome powders. It is slightly different. The effect is slightly different. So we have blue glaze, iridescent glaze paste. So it's like bluish, and then depending on how you tilt it into the light, it has a little cast of purple. We have iridescent green. We have iridescent purple, and we have iridescent olive gold. So I did do a demo here, and these, okay, so the iridescent paste need to be on a dark surface. And I painted this in the sparkling blue, and then I ran the iridescent paste over. So we've got blue, green, purple, and olive here all together. Look how gorgeous that is. So this is a paste. You could use it like through a stencil. And I also kind of used it like I painted it on this little seahorse. So these are just brilliant, gorgeous, gorgeous colors. Absolutely beautiful for stenciling. So let me run you through a couple of my demos. Let me put these off to the side that is what we have in terms of the new products for you. And I'm going to show you some examples of each one of them so you can see how they look. And then we're actually going to do a project using probably not all of these products, but some of them. So first up, this box here, I decoupaged with a very light colored paper. This was painted with Decor Metal Chocolate, and then I applied the gold shimmer gel. Is that what it's called? Shimmer glaze all over this box. So you can see it's on the lighter areas, it's got a very subtle gold shimmer. And then here it's a little bit more dramatic against a dark background. And then up on top, here I've used the gold crystal paste. And then here I used the, gold crystal paste. And then here I use the gold glaze paste. So you can see there is quite a big difference between how the glaze paste goes on and how the crystal paste goes on. So the crystal is going to be a lot more glittery, and the glaze is going to be very enamel and shiny. Okay, both very sparkly and radiant. Here I did the black deluxe paste, and this is also the black deluxe paste. But in here, I just kind of went back over the top of it with a little bit of the gold crystal. So you can combine these and blend them for unique effects. And then this is the black on its own. And then this is the rose gold glaze on its own. I showed you already the emerald glaze paste. This is the Bordeaux Gold Deluxe Paste. And I also did it on a little jar. So look how gorgeous this Bordeaux Deluxe Paste is. Now, Deluxe Paste has a bit more matte finish. So I could see this on the back of ornaments or something like that. It is just absolutely stunning. And I don't know if you can see all these shimmery flecks of gold in there. I hope you can, because it is just gorgeous. I already showed you this. Next up on my demos, I did run through all of the glaze pastes through a stencil, so you can see the differences here. These four are the iridescents. Here we have the red, the green, the gold, the silver, and the rose gold. I didn't do the pearl white. And then here we have the crystal paste down here. So you can see the difference between the crystal and the glaze, even though there's some overlap in the colors. But I definitely need to have both of them for sure. And then finally, my last demo piece I wanted to share with you was the sign I made. I actually shared this on my Instagram today. But I made this. So this is the black deluxe paste. Oh, actually, let me back up for a second. First, I painted some trees in the background, and then I went over it with the white shimmer glaze. I don't think my camera is picking up that shimmer, but it is really gorgeous. It does have a very subtle shimmer. And so here we did all four crystal pastes up here. The deluxe paste is here. And then down here, we did 3 of the glaze pastes. So they can work very well in tandem. Of course, this is snow and crystal paste. So you can totally add on to products that you already have and combine them in a fun and unique way. So that is the reveal of the products. Let me get started on my demo. I think I have showed you everything that I wanted to show you on my sample boards. Here, what I did was, I'm actually going to do the same thing on my demo, but I painted this in chocolate brown, and then I dry brushed it with off-white, and then I did silver and gold shimmer paste over the top of that. This one is the gold shimmer paste. So let's pull out our first project. We are going to do a little board, and I've got this stencil here. We're going to do, of course, it's going to be a Christmas themed project. What I'm planning to do is I am planning to do a little bit of dry brushing, just like I did on this sample board. I'm going to make this background look pretty much the same as this background. So let me get some paint. We will begin dry brushing. Actually, you know what? And I think I may want to do a little bit of a greenish cast to it. So let's do, maybe we'll mix this in and kind of dry brush that in as well. So I've got two colors. I have off-white and I have olive, and I am going to just kind of move this across and dry brush here. And actually, I think I'll use this. I'll use this brush. This is a more of a paintbrush, furniture paintbrush. Okay. Yolanda wants to know, will she have them? So for those of you in the United States, we do have, our retailers do not have these yet, unfortunately, but we do have them ordered so that our retailers will be able to get them hopefully very soon. And so as soon as they have them, I'm sure they will be sharing with you all as soon as they become available. But they have not hit soil here in the USA quite yet. I believe they will be making their way to us very soon, because I did reach out to our rep and I said, you know, as soon as I show these, I need to have them quickly. So hopefully we'll be getting them very soon. And as soon as I have them, we will start shipping them to our retailers as soon as possible. So I'm just doing a little bit of dry brushing just to dull down my all this brown. And I painted this, just in case you're wondering, this was painted with earthy brown and decor metal in chocolate. And I just want to tone down some of that darkness before I get my shimmer glaze on there. I'm going to do, again, I'm just going to do silver and gold shimmer glaze. Oh, Dana, I know. So these colors are just absolutely beautiful. And again, you know, that's why I showed you some of the examples, because the jars just do not tell the whole story. You really do have to see these things dry in order to fully understand what's happening. All right, let's come back over. And the other thing I'll say too is they do work very, very well together. So to be able to create amazing projects for the holiday season and beyond, really. So I hope I'm going to be able to get 2 of these done. This is just going to be a winter sign with stencils. All right, let me clean that up. Don't need that anymore. And I'm going to get my glaze, my shimmer glaze out. I'm going to dry this real fast. Doesn't need too much drying, but a little bit. Okay, so the glazes actually have some protective properties. They do have a little bit of wax in the formula. And what that's going to do is it's going to protect the surface so that you don't need to necessarily top coat. I would probably still top coat, you know, for a high traffic furniture piece, but this will sort of act as a protectant as well. Let me grab I do want to spray this with a little bit of water so that I can move this around a little bit better. So I'm just going to spray this with a little bit of water and get some of this on here, and I'm going to start wiping back as I go. So if you've played with the antiquing gels, those will also start to dry pretty quickly, as will these. So you want to wipe it back before it really starts to set, and it doesn't take very long at all. So I usually start wiping back and mist it right away to keep it from drying too quickly. So I'm trying to get this on here somewhat evenly. Oops. Making a racket in the process. And let's get this one up here. And I'm going to do a little bit of silver as well over the top of it. So you can definitely make unique finishes for both mixed media and furniture pieces. We're going to do a sign as our demo because I don't have time to paint a dresser today, you guys. But you could totally do this on a dresser. I don't have time for that though. So we're going to stick with smalls and work our way. We're going to hopefully be able to do 2. Okay, so there's my first layer of gold, and I am kind of keeping it a little bit more on the distressed side. Hey babe, yeah, it does sound pretty. This is the gold one. Next, I'm going to take a little bit of the silver one, and I'm going to just kind of mix that in, not everywhere, but some places kind of randomly, very lightly, just to give it a little bit more dimension and movement and variety in the background. Okay, so there we go. And I'm not as worried about necessarily wiping that one back. So that's the silver. I didn't, as you can see, I didn't do too much of that one. Just enough to give it a little bit of movement. So there we go. There we go. So I'm pretty happy with this background, you guys. I am going to dry this, and then we'll get our stencils on there. Right. Okay, so I think we're pretty good. We are going to use this stencil, and what it says, if you can't see it, it says Farm Fresh Christmas Trees, Pine Spruce Fir, Cut and Carry, Free Cocoa and Cider. So let's do that. Let me get my tacky spray and see if I can get that on here. If not, it's no big deal, but that'll help me to keep it in place a little bit. So I'm just going to use a little bit of tacky spray if I can get it to work. Sometimes this little nozzle clogs and I can't get it. So let's see if I can this time. Oop. Let's see. Make sure. Let me try it. Yeah, it's gonna work. Okay. All right, good deal. So I'm just gonna spray that on very lightly and give us a little bit of a sticky so that my stencil doesn't move around too much. Lizzie, will you get me some more paper towels, honey? All right. Okay, we'll stick that down, get it where we want it. Okay. All right. So, hello, Anna. Hello. All right. Make sure to say hello if you're just joining us. Let me know you're here. Thank you. All right. Let's start. I'm thinking I want to do, I want to start up here and work my way down. So we're going to just play with all of these colors and go from there. All right. So here, Farm Fresh Christmas Trees. I think this needs to be in, let's do, why don't we start with black up here, and then we can switch to maybe gold. Let's start with black, Farm Fresh, and we definitely want some red in here. Maybe we'll do red Christmas and then gold trees. Let's do that. So let's do black up here. And I'm just using a little spatula, a small one. So I'm using the Black Deluxe paste here. And so what we'll do, once this all dries, we will get our friends at Pentart to share some of these pictures. So you guys can see the finished piece, because remember, some of our products might not look the same way when they're wet as they will when they're dry. Okay. So there's one. That's completely covered. Let's get our red out. And I think I want to do the red glaze for the word Christmas. I think that is going to be very cool. This is Ruby, by the way, is what it's called. I think the word Christmas should be done in Ruby. So let's get that on here. And it's going on kind of pink, but again, it will dry. Beautiful red. So these have like a white, kind of an opaque, when it's wet, it's the color of the carrier gel is opaque, and that's what you're seeing, but that does dry. It does dry clear. So a lot of times on the Pentart products, some of the things that they start off with that are kind of milky do dry clear. Okay, so this is that gold, and we'll get that on there. Now, I'm not going to be using the iridescent paste on here because the iridescent paste, when they go on, they are completely white when they go on, and the color doesn't really show up unless you have a very dark background. So those would not really show up on this piece because we lightened up this board a lot, so it's not really dark anymore. So unfortunately, the only thing I have to show you with the iridescent is the back of that little ornament that I showed you earlier. So you do need to put those on a dark background. So one thing you could do if you wanted to, so if I wanted to use the olive green, for example, right here, what I would probably need to do is like stencil the tree black first and then go over it once the paint is dry with the iridescent. Okay. So any questions about any of this so far? And again, that looks teal right now, but don't be fooled. It is going to dry. This one, when it goes on, it looks like this. And when it dries, it looks like this. All right. Let's get, I think I want silver in the middle. I think I want to do the silver glaze paste in the middle here. And then I'm going to do the glitter, the crystal paste on the end. So let's do the silver glaze. And I'm trying to work a little bit fast because I don't want all my products to dry up on my stencil before I get done. All right, and let's get this one. This is the green. This is the green crystal paste, which is very, very glittery. I want that on kind of thick. Okay. And there we go. And now I think I want to do this one down here black, and this one I think I want to do that in, let's see, let's do this one in red crystal cut and carry. Actually, let's do pine, spruce, and fir and red crystal. And see again how it's kind of going on a little bit magenta, but it is going to dry red. So do not be concerned about that at all. All right, and I'm going to do the gold deluxe paste underneath this one. So just try to demo. Normally, if I did a sign or something like this, I might not use this many products, but I do want you to see as many of them as possible and how they react wet versus dry. So that's why I'm kind of doing a lot of these different ones at once. All right, let's do, I don't know if this one's going to show up that well against that background, so I think I'm going to skip that one. Let's go to, how about white? Let's do the white pearl. Let's do the white pearl. Let's do that one. And then we'll do the black at the bottom. All right, so we are almost done with this one. And then we will move on to project number 2, which is kind of a rose gold project. All right, and then I'll get my black back out. I am so excited to have a black paste, you guys. This was a bonus for sure. Love, love, love all of these. We have, so Decoupage Queen, we have just developed a stencil line. So the timing could not be better because now we have our own stencils. My good friend Mara, Vintage Retail Therapy by Mara, has started her own stencil line as well. So I'm super excited that we now have, particularly for the holidays, some really amazing products to coordinate with those. All right, so let me pull this up very carefully. And I'm going to hand this to my daughter so that she can go get us cleaned up. There you go. Yeah. All right, just be careful with that. And then clean the back of it real good too. All right, thank you, Elizabeth. Ooh. All right. So here we go. Again, some of the pastel colors that you're seeing here, this one, and these in particular, they are going to dry red, a deep red and a deep green. So I do not want anyone to be concerned about that at all. And then I'll touch up that a little bit later once my piece is completely dry. I have a problem with mixing up lids. So I want to make sure that I don't mix up my lids. Okay, so project number 1, you guys, and I will share again once this is finished. I will share, finished drying. I will share this with my friends at Pentart to post on their site. Okay, so next up I have more of a vintage kind of shabby chic winter project that I want to do with you. This one is not going to take very long either, but we're going to do, I've already done a lot of prep work. I painted this in the decor paint in the creamy white color, I think is what it's called. Creamy white or off-white cream, something like that. Let's see, here it is. Creamy white. So I painted this in that color. And then I've already decoupaged this little image, a little beautiful winter image. This is going to lend itself very well to some of our rose gold stuff. So let me get, of course, I've got to do a little bit of shimmer glaze. And this time I want to show you the pearl white. So let me grab that one. I want to show you that. We'll probably put a little bit of silver on it. Maybe we'll do a little gold too. Who knows? Okay. So let's get this on. Let me get a wider. This one's a little bit wider. And where is my water? There's my water. Hi, Mary. How are you? Thank you for joining. All right. So this is the pearl white shimmer glaze. And that is going really beautiful right over the creamy white decor paint, chalky paint. Can you scrub that a little bit more, that back?
Also, is your thing called decoupage queen?
Pardon?
Is your channel called decoupage queen?
Yes. Yeah. And then can you, it needs to have some Dawn dish soap on the back.
Wait, keep it on there?
Like scrub, like try to get all that tacky stuff off.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here we go. We are going to wipe this back a little bit. Get this straight here. Wipe this back a little bit. And then I think I'm going to add a little bit of silver to it. So very pearlescent. It's got a hint of, it doesn't have a whole lot of metallic, but it is got a very beautiful shimmer. So it's not like an in-your-face shimmer necessarily. All right, let me dry this and then I will get the a little bit of that silver out too. All right, now I'm going to get a little bit of silver and spread this in here. Not a whole lot. I want this one to be kind of light, just like it was on the other one. Kind of subtle. Let's see here.
You did the best that you could, Mom.
Okay, thank you. All right. I'm just going to wipe it back a little bit. All right. And then I am going to hit this with a dryer one more time. Hi, Araceli, how are you? Okay. All right. So for this background, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little stencil here and I am going to lay that down as centered as possible. And I am going to get my rose gold glaze paste and we're going to feed this through. And that's going to give us a beautiful backdrop for this little image here. Let's get that on. I'm going to use a little bit bigger of a palette knife this time because I'm covering a larger surface area with all the same color. Just want it to be on there even. Okay. So look how creamy and beautiful that's going on. Now I'm going to be searching for as many Christmas type stencils as I can find. Hi, Paulette, no worries. That's why we've got the replay here. No problem at all. To me, putting this stuff through a stencil is very, very satisfying. Like cutting soap or something, it's very therapeutic. It's going on super clean. All right. should be almost done here. This stencil is called the Quatrefoil, and it is from the last Decoupage Queen release. We do most of our stencils in A4 size. That tends to be kind of our sweet spot for mixed media work. Okay. So there we go. This is the rose gold. Make sure I don't have any gaps. Okay, Lizzie. Now, go clean this one. So, that one doesn't have the sticky stuff on the back. Okay. So, let's clean. Yeah, look how pretty that is. And just so beautiful, pearlescent. Clean some of this up here. So the other thing I was thinking, when this dries, what I probably will do is, I'm not going to do it right now just because I don't want to mess up my work along the sides here. But when this dries, what I'll do is I will put this on like that. And then I will take probably some molds, which I will paint in my metal pigment, my rose gold color. And then I might also frame off these edges as well with some molds. But look how pretty, look how cute that's going to be just sitting on there. And then, of course, when this is dry, I can go up a little bit more as well. But just want to show you that gorgeous, gorgeous rose gold as well. We have, you know, we're almost out of time, but I do want to mix up a little bit of those pigment powders for you while I have you, so I can show you that as well. So let's get some of those out, and we'll play with those for just a minute. Let me get, I'll probably just do some tags. Let's do some tags because I do want to show those to you. I'm sure one of the other creators will also play with these later this week, but let's not miss our opportunity now to see these two gorgeous new pigment powder colors. All right. So I have a little separate, let me put this off to the side so I don't mess it up. I have a little separate glass tray that I use for mixing these things. Thank you. And you are good to go, honey, if you're I should be fine now. Thank you. All right. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of the pigment fix in here. My pigment fix is, y'all, please don't keep your products the way I keep them. I do not, I don't do what I'm supposed to do. And then I get all kinds of little crusty things. So let's mix this up. I happen to have over here, this is that gold color. So I happen to have some of that dried over here so you can sort of see the difference. This is the champagne. Oh my gosh. So I don't know about you, but I love a champagne color, and I tend to add a lot of silver to my gold anyway. So this here is already kind of done for you to give you a gorgeous champagne gold. Pigment Fix. This is such, I love this so much. I know, me too. All right, so let's get this on this tag here so you can see just how beautiful and brilliant this one is. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so pretty. I don't know if that's coming through, if you can see that or not. But it is absolutely stunning. Very, very gorgeous color there. Okay, so that's the champagne. It really is very, very pretty. I'll move that one off to the side. Let's mix up some rose gold, you guys. Let's take a look at that one as well. Here is our rose gold. Like, thank you, Pentart, for making us all kinds of beautiful new things to make our projects even more exciting. Definitely a lot of shimmer to these. I mean, this is about as close to liquid metal as you can get without all that harsh odor. So this is perfect for me because I don't know about you, but I tend to get migraines when I use the solvent-based stuff. So this one is actually perfect for me because it does not have the strong odors. Gorgeous color there too. So 2 new colors here. Rose gold. Yep, I love it too. Rose gold and champagne. You don't think of rose gold really as a Christmassy color, but if you think about the project I just did, it does fit right in. So it is a perfect addition to the lineup here for the holidays. So you guys, which one is your favorite out of everything that I showed you? We can do a quick recap. Shimmer glaze, new metal pigment colors, 3 new deluxe paste, 10 glaze paste, and 4 crystal paste. I want to hear what your favorite one would be. Can you add the powder to a varnish? It would have to be a solvent-based varnish, but this product here, the Pigment Fix, is kind of the answer to that because this one is a water-based that's specially formulated to go with the metal powders. Bordeaux red. Yeah, that Bordeaux red is just to die for, right? All of them, the rose gold pigment, the deluxe paste, crystal paste, and all the colors. I know. They're all just gorgeous. So tomorrow we're going to have another creator doing something else. I think it's Sylvia, and then Jill will be here. Jill, you're here on Thursday, right? I can't wait to see what you're going to do as well. I mean, I really just can't wait to see people using these and seeing what everybody comes up with. So I've given you a couple of ideas. Get creative I know. I know. I can't pick either. I mean, these iridescents are so cool too, right? So, you guys, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you back over here next month. I've got a demo next month. I know I want to try the paste. I like the paste too. All right, you guys. Well, have a great afternoon, and let me turn my camera up and say goodbye to you. You guys have a great afternoon and enjoy the rest of your week. Thank you so much for being here and joining me. And I hope we've given you some great ideas. We are going to have these really soon in the USA. Have a great week, everybody. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.